Brock Lesnar. Dana White can't get a break, and I felt bad for him, but then I saw that he spoke at the RNC convention. I always thought that Dana White was a cool guy and wouldn't be around people like that, but I guess when you make $500 million, it changes people, and he wants to keep as much of it as possible, which is why he's supporting the guy that will make sure that all the millionaires keep all their money while we all get fucked with rusty fishing knives. But Dana White, at first John Jones, now Brock, now he's flunked two of them. We've never accused Brock of being an intelligent person. And if we did accuse him of that, he would be exonerated in open court. And I know everybody's out now. You don't like Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was an OVW guy, but first of all, and the stories have been told, Brock Lesnar in his brief time here in Louisville for OVW, when he didn't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch, he had never been a wrestling fan before. They signed him because he was an incredible athlete, won the NCAA championship. He came down here. He admitted it in his book that he wrote. Actually, somebody wrote for him, that he didn't like Louisville from the start, and he didn't want to be here any longer than he had to be, and that's why he gave out a half-ass effort. And I've always mentioned I knew he wasn't trying, because I wish they'd come up with a steroid that would make you entertaining and have a personality. If he'd taken that, I might have used him better. While he was here, he managed to piss off and alienate my best friend, Star Maker Bolin, my girlfriend, now wife at the time, Stacy, bullied a few of our referees, generally had people just, not fans of Brock's, and Shelton Benjamin had to be his partner and carry him because he didn't know what this business was supposed to look like. And I knew then, and even said, he's a great athlete and I'm sure he'll draw money, but he don't like the wrestling business and he didn't want to be in it, and he's only doing it for the money. And lo and behold, the prophecy came true. And now he gets several $1 million for showing up once or twice a year, which actually, if you have to be around Brock, that's about the times to do it, and that's probably the best use of him. But now he's cost himself millions of dollars flunking these drug tests, and I've been in the car and driving back and forth from here to Oklahoma, and et cetera, et cetera. What do you know about the substance, if anything, that he has been popped for?
I don't know too much. Obviously, this all went down from the news of the failing of the drug test to the actual fight with Mark Hunt while I was in Hawaii, and I was a little out of touch. But from what I've seen... And
by the way, I'd love to meet Mark Hunt's brother, Mike.
Mike Hunt? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Mike, I'd love to meet Mike Hunt, but nevertheless, go ahead.
You're making me think of the movie Porky's when you say that, Jim. From what I gather, Brock's camp is stating that they believe that he was popped due to the asthma inhaler that he uses because Brock has asthma.
Bullshit. Bullshit. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Bullshit.
It sounds like it sounds like you may have asthma as well.
Yeah. Apparently, I need one of those inhalers. Bullshit. It's not like he's never done it in the past, but you would think with millions of dollars on the line that he would be somehow more careful, or that his handlers, I suppose, when you get to that level of stardom and athleticism, a world-class athlete, that you have handlers, managers, trainers, people who would say, if you use that inhaler or you eat, I mean, there's stuff they test for now that's in cereal, for fuck's sake. They test for everything.
Yeah.
And, you would think that he'd have somebody that says, well, if this is an honest and legitimate mistake, that somebody would tell him, don't take this stuff because it's sketchy or questionable or whatever.
Well, Brock's camp is saying that it came from an inhaler for asthma. According to reports that are currently coming out, I believe in the LA Times, they're saying it's very similar to what happened to John Jones. It is a fertility drug that helps hold down estrogen, helps to, turn away estrogen.
Oh, look, Brock, just from looking at him, he's got way too much estrogen. He's got so many female characteristics. Oh, for fuck's sake. And a fertility drug, that's all we need is for Sable to breed more. Fuck. Did she have her uterus worked on like she's had everything else worked on? Because parts of her are nearly 50 years old now. Some parts are only like still teenagers. But it is so, once again, it just makes bad publicity. And I don't care about bad publicity for the WWE because they got enough problems as it is. But, the Ultimate Fighting Championship, which is struggling and trying to establish itself as a major league sport, and it just got sold for $4 billion. And then two high profile, John Jones and Brock Lesnar, And, fool me once, as they say, shame on you. Fool me twice, Dana. Shame on me. Maybe you're hanging out with the wrong people, Dana.